This is a quick clip. We're not going to have great big long stories. We're going to be quick, we're going to be precise, and we're going to be accurate. I'm not a transvestite, I'm a transgender person, and my sexual reassignment is January 26, 2013. Let's clarify that one straight away for those little boys and girls out there who make little rumours. Get it right, boys and girls. So, this is just to say thank you to a few people out there who know who they are. Basically, they're the ex-girlfriends as well. They're the girlfriends who are in my life at the present time who have helped me in many different aspects of my transition. I'm truly appreciative of it. To all those people who say that I have not come a long way, or I have not changed too much, I'm sorry, that's 6 years ago. So I really think I have changed a bit. And you know, when I say change a bit, it's exterior which has changed, it's my body which has changed. It's not the person which has changed in many aspects. In quite a few of those aspects, if anything, it's just me being more and more truthful and honest to myself, and not just to you, and that's therefore has a positive side effect, because then you can receive a more honest person. So if you can't handle that, it's just really sad. I mean, I'm just sorry. And what else can I say? To those doubters and haters, you're only doing what you've done for over 20 years now, and that is you've always questioned or doubted me on what I could do, or when I could do it, and how I'm going to do it. You really need to either get your own lives and get your ass and your eyes out of my bedroom or out of my life and get with it. For example, and it's not flying my own flag, but it needs to be said, you doubted me if I'd ever win my court cases, which I did. You doubted me that I'd ever go to the United States. Well, I did that over 37 times. I left Australia. You doubted me whether I'd ever go live in the island overseas again. I did that as well. You doubted me that whether I'd ever work, or say to me I'd never work in movies or television or aviation unit overseas. Well, hello, I did much more than what you even know about. You know, asked me if I was going to be, what am I going to become a hero? Well, hey, events do happen. Saving an 82-year-old lady from a burning house, bare feet, in a pair of shorts and a tank top, on the 2nd of September 2001. Yeah, well, I think that categorises as a hero. I don't mean to fly my own flag or make it sound like I'm flying it back, but it just gets really tiring when, you know, you have these doubters because they can't get their own act together, or they live in some fantasy life where a can of beer or a can of UDL and drinking down a pub is life. I mean, hey, wake up, you need to see the world, boy or girl, whoever you may be. I'm not keeping it general, because I'm not giving you any fame. You've had your fame, I've given you time. And if you think I'm not protecting you, believe me, I am. That's why you're not being named. Especially on here. I mean, this is a very public site, and we have lots of friends and associates. And in my case, I've lived 49 years where I have associates of every kind, every creed, every colour, every sexual orientation, and every unicity, is the easiest way of putting it. Yes, I've lost quite a few over the years. And when I did my transition, I probably lost about 95% in some ways. But I'm a natural networker, and that's the easiest way of putting it. I associate with many people. So when I say I'm protecting you, I am protecting you. You're not getting named. That's enough for you, you little boy. Anyway, what can we say? I'm really happy with my life. It has been a wonderful, amazing experience. It also has been hell. I mean, being trapped in that male body for so long and not being able to fully express myself was a living hell. in many, many respects. Well, not in many in respects, it just was. Um, so this is real freedom, this is real happiness. So even with all the dramas and tribulations which come along with it, with transition itself, there is no, within your own transitioning period, you don't suffer from any real psychological problems unless you have them prior. I mean, let's get it clear. I mean, if you're bipolar, you're bipolar. If you're schizophrenic, you're schizophrenic. I mean, that's not going to change. And I'm not going to say you're not transgender because you've got those illnesses, because that's just bullshit. I mean, there's such a variance in the world. I mean, Darwin wasn't wrong when he says, you know. So to the point where doing transgender doesn't create the problems of depression or anxiety or feeling of vulnerability or fear or whatever you want to put it to. It does not do those things in every way. It doesn't. Vulnerability maybe to a point, as in your the femininity or the hormones changing your feelings within yourself. I mean, that may be, but the rest of the things, that they're a society pressure. They're a pressure which is put on a transgender person through either their interaction with different people within the community, through their own ideologies, whether it be through negative feedback they've seen from other people, or their religious fundamentalist bigoted views. It depends on where it comes from, but that's where the problems come in the community. And then you've got the other side of it as well. You've got the bureaucratic can be an absolute nightmare. I mean, you can run your daily life and get to a certain point before the big dramas come involved, and that's when they usually come in, when it comes into, as I've found in my transition, when it came to changing my license. I mean, that can become a nightmare, especially here in South Australia with their stupid laws, unless you do a complete absolute name change. And being a Victorian, I have to do mine in Victoria. And then it comes to the passport. Now, this is irrelevant whether you have your name, your female name on your Medicare, your Centrelink, your tax file number, your medical records, that's irrelevant. They don't recognise them until you change it to those other points. So you've got to deal with all that bureaucratic bullshit and cost as well. And then you continually, as life goes on for quite a period of time, especially in the early stages, when you are really proud and strong, when you're going to shops and that, and you start getting really defensive. And even now I'm still very defensive. If I walk into a shop and I get addressed as a male person, whether I'm period, doesn't matter what I'm wearing, I never walk back in that shop again. I don't believe so. I don't believe I should. I mean, I am a female person. I am wearing female clothing. I am a female name. And if you know that and then you make the fatal mistake of calling me a male or a male association name, then you'll never see me in my business again, and I will never recommend anyone going to see you. Period, because it just means to me you are not. You do not believe in the law of total equality and equal rights, and under gender, race, creed, or colour, because then you wouldn't be offending me by calling me those male names, which is actually a criminal offence, especially coming up very shortly. I mean, hey, there's a grey area right now with people when they call him my name or address me in gender. That's understandable, and I mean, I'm very wise to that. There is this grey area, but that grey area ends very shortly, and that grey area becomes very clear and clearer to mine, especially with the name next week when the paper comes back. If you don't address me by Gabriella, then I don't have to really legally acknowledge you, because it's as simple as that. Because anyone who has anything to do with me will be notified. You'll be notified legally that who I am. My name has changed. So if you address me in his name or in a male manner, sorry, you won't get addressed to. You will, if it's a debt, you won't get paid. I'm just going to be so arrogant and adamant in that way, or what you want to call it. I'm going to be the real bitch. Um, I it's you try and be nice with people. You try and allow them into your life. You cut them a bit of slack. You let them take a bit of liberty sometimes in taking it. And you know, I've learnt, don't do it. Um, you allow a little bit of liberty with your friends, your old friends, to a point in what they say, but strong advice: pull them up, because that little bit is like a snowball effect, and they just take it bigger and bigger, and then someday it's going to be something which is really going to offend you, and they're not going to like it because they're not going to understand when you just say, sorry, piss off, get out of my life, you've had your day. Even ones who come back in your life, really hit them hard. Don't hit them low, but hit them hard. If they address you as him, or they refer to him, or whatever, pull them up, believe me. And if you're a transgender woman and they address you as a she, pull them up. You have to, really, honestly, because they do, and it's just a natural instinct for people to, I don't know, it just comes to a point where you really got to do it, honestly. They just go beyond the boundaries. They go beyond bounds of what morally is right to be said to someone. Yeah, and it's their own negative bigotry, stupidity, or they think their life is a can of UDL or a bottle of scotch and a beer, and that's all life is, and they've got a life. Well, I'm sorry, there's bigger lives out there. So January 26th, big day is coming up. I'm extremely happy. 12 weeks away. I'm going to have a few friends over there with me. A couple from Crete who knew me when I was a great big huge dude with a beard. And then a friend from here from Snowtown. He's going, he's coming over to Thailand as well to be with us or visit me while I'm in hospital. So it's gonna happen. Money's a question, and money's always a question for anybody. When I raise the issue of money, it's because I need to raise that money issue. Doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. As you doubted me before with everything else, you're silly if you doubt me with this, because as I've proven you wrong with every other thing in life I've ever done, I'm going to prove you wrong again. And it's not a thing of proving you wrong. This is for me and this is me. You just happen to be a small little fact of it, that you have a curiosity or interest, and you've made a point, and it's going to be proven wrong, not for your benefit. So let's get that straight. This is all for me. And probably if you understand any real other transgender person, that they'll tell you when they're doing transgenderments, it's a selfish act in some respects, because it's all about you, or in this case me. You'll share parts of it, like many of us girls have done on YouTube. We'll share characteristics of it or aspects of it, or over on Facebook. Give your hair a shake. Sorry. But take that as a privilege. I mean, for a person of our characteristics or nature, a transgender person, to share what we haven't happened in our life and what's going through our life, is there to enlighten you, to give you a better understanding of what goes on, not for you to use it to use it in a malice format to try and get your own little fame or your own little criticism. We do these things and say these things, one, for like a diary for ourselves, and two, for other girls out there or other trans men to know that you don't have to live in that character you believe you're not, or person or cover, whatever you want to call it. If you know who you are, you can do it, and there's nothing going to stop you, whether you're rich or whether you're poor. The only thing which is going to impede you from doing it is society itself of where you live, and that all depends on your own character yourself. I mean, there's some societies, I'm sorry, even I would doubt even doing it, especially overseas. But not here in Australia, not in any Western country. If you're in a Western country like Australia or US or UK, I mean, in the US, there's hometowns which probably have a little bit of funniness with their religions and whatever, but I mean, generally, you can do it. Whether you do it on a shoestring budget and you do it step by step and it takes you several years, or you're fortunate enough to do it very quickly. And I mean, I've known some lightning fast ones, which shouldn't even really happen under different protocol rules if you believe them or follow them. But anyway, which I have. I followed all the rules in this one. Yeah, I've been good. Naughty, hey. Or you can do it the most expensive way. It depends on what you want to do and depends on your economic status and ability. Me, I'm basically started off on a shoestring and bring it into the middle, but somewhere in between. I don't have the luxury anymore of doing it the other way. I don't have the lifestyle anymore to be able to do that. I don't work in all the industries I used to do. I don't associate with people I used to associate with, partly from my own choice, and partly because I need to be legal. I have to be a good girl, at least until I come back home from overseas, and then I can't say what I'll be. Just a beautiful woman with a fully functional body. That's the easiest way of putting it. And good girls, bad girls, who cares? That'll be something everyone will find out and see in the future. So anyway, thank you very much for spending the time with me today. I hope you liked my rant. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've been amused. And if you haven't, that's just sad. Then you just bored yourself, stupid. And if you're my hater or you're one of those transphobic people out there, well, take it, baby. And we don't hide anymore. Most of us. I mean, older generations, transgender people used to hide, used to cower, used to hide behind all these things. This generation, and it's the easiest way of putting it, and even though I might be an older person, but I'm talking generation of gender transgenders, don't hide anymore. Very few of us do. And it seems to be a flavour of who we all are now. Is we've had enough. You can't handle us, it's your problem. We're here, we are alive. We're the same people we used to be, we're just in a different format. That's the easy way of putting it. I mean, it's just like when you go and buy a new computer. It's got the same name brand, it's just got the different components. And it's faster and updated. So enjoy your chop, enjoy your sausage, January 26th Australian Day, because I'll be in Thailand and I'll be getting my sausage and my chop as well. And my wicked sense of humour will not change and probably will become even out more now. So enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy mine, because I do. Have a great day. Ciao.